I'll be honest, I think it was like 2.6 or something. Look, I think, I don't know.
Plug it in, power up, voices ignite. Flobadosh leads under pixel light. Onesies got stats, snaps to slice scheme. Twisty drops, laugh, chasing a dream. Pokechats flying like Pokeballs thrown. Tales of battles, roads they've known. Electric banter charged like Raichu's tail. Every word's a spark, every joke a trail. Trainer lounge screaming loud in the night. Gotta catch the words, feel the fire burn bright. Fast takes for minds that never slow. Got podcast beats where the talk can glow. Slobadosh fires off facts like a cannon. Onesie counters with knowledge he's planning. Twisty cracks, white slide grin, no doubt. Napster lays down truth, making the crowd shout. Endless voices like Zubat swarm. The lounge's energy breaks any norm. Wild and reckless, but always on track. Four friends talking, they ain't holding back. Trainer lounge screaming loud in the night. Gotta catch the words, feel the fire burn bright. Fast takes for minds that never slow. Podcast beats where the talk can glow. Endless voices like Zubat swarm. The lounge's energy breaks any norm. Wild and reckless, but always on track. Four friends talking, they ain't holding back. Trainer lounge screaming loud in the night. Gotta catch the words, feel the fire burn bright. Fast takes for minds that
Elias, lovely to see you. It's not scuffed, you just not really be able to hear it yet. Mwah.
can glow. Where the talk can Podcast beats where the talk can glow. Podcast beats where the talk can glow. Where the talk can glow. Plug it in, power up, voices ignite. Flobadosh leads under pixel light. Onesies got stats, snaps to slice scheme. Twisty drops, laugh, chasing a dream. Pokechats flying like Pokeballs thrown. Tales of battles, roads they've known. Electric banter charged like Raichu's tail. Every word's a spark, every joke a trail. Trainer lounge screaming loud in the night. Gotta catch the words, feel the fire burn bright. Fast takes for minds that never slow. Got podcast beats where the talk can glow. Slobadosh fires off facts like a cannon. Onesie counters with knowledge he's planning. Twisty cracks, white slide grin, no doubt. Napster lays down truth, making the crowd shout. Endless voices like Zubat swarm. The lounge's energy breaks any norm. Wild and reckless, but always on track. talk and glow. Endless voices like Zubats swarm. The lounge's energy breaks any norm. Wild and reckless, but always on track. Four friends talking, they ain't holding back. Trainer lounge screaming loud in the night. Gotta catch the words, feel the fire burn bright. Aim for minds that never slow. Podcast speaks where the talk can glow. Where the talk can glow. Podcast speaks where the talk can glow. Podcast speaks where the talk can glow. Where the talk can glow. Plug it in, power up, voices ignite. Globadosh leads under pixel light. Onesies got stats, snaps to slice scheme. Twisty drops, laugh, chasing a dream. Pokechats flying like Pokeballs thrown. Tales of battles road. Plug it in, power up, voices ignite. Globadosh leads under pixel light. Onesies got stats, snaps to slice scheme. Twisty drops, laugh, chasing a dream.
Jesus fuck, that's loud.
So I just unmuted
And I think that
everything.
was my fault.
I just unmuted everything so everyone could hear, and that's the first thing they heard was fucking that. Wow. Oh my god. Gang gang, episode 4, the Trainer Lounge. We are back. I'm in complete darkness right now, so I'll try and get that sorted, don't worry. It's more or less because it's kind of like what's sunny, but now it's not. So if Sophie at any point, wink wink, nudge nudge, wants to turn the light on, I'd appreciate the fuck out of that. But I'm back. I've been gone for a very long time. Before we get into all of that bullshit, let's get into the person who was on time. Twisty, thank you for being here at 9 o'clock
Before
sharp.
we go any further, I think the intro song is still playing.
Is it actually?
I think it's still playing.
Down truth making.
No, it's not. I don't know what you're talking about.
Elias confirmed. Still can't hear you over music, fam.
Eric, reverse. As Twisty said, it's not a Trainer Lounge stream without technical difficulties. Again, we go again. Sorry. First of all, I'm going to apologise now. The chances are you're probably going to hear CM Punk's music blasting every now and then. Can't do nothing about it. People have left the channel now. They're starting to sub again for whatever fucking reason. But while that's not happening, while we've not getting alerts, thankfully, welcome back to episode 4 of the Trainer Lounge. I've been gone for like 4 to 5 weeks. I've been busy, man. I've been doing my own thing. We'll talk about that, though. We'll talk about that. First of all, Twisty, welcome back for being early, on time, 9 o'clock, unlike a Mr. Ones you've been at. I'm gonna
Really on time.
I mean, you were there. But, Twisty, how are you, bro? Welcome back. How you doing?
Doing pretty good. Not as good as you though. So I mean, you're on a journey.
I mean, I'm just kind of just turning on my light because I don't
He's
know.
on the journey into the dark side right now.
Oh shit! Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome back.
Thank you. I have been on a journey. But we'll talk about that soon. Onesie Burnett, how are you, sir?
I am existing in this world.
Yeah, you are existing. What have you been up to though, bro? How's life? Because I've not really had a chance to speak to you either, right?
I've been kind of okay, I think. I had some work drama go down, which kind of took me off the map, and kind of had a bit of a mental health crisis because of it, but I'm feeling solid and stable now because of it, so we're all Gucci.
Is everything okay now?
Everything's all good, back better than ever. Took some time for me, stepped away from everything, took a couple of weeks off of my draft league responsibilities as well, so that's how bad it must have been. But I've come back and I am ready to resume regular stuff and things. However,
Mental health? Nah, draft league missing. The world is ending.
That's why I took a
Yep,
shot.
if
He
I-
said draft league.
if I ever miss a draft league game, that's how you know shit's gone down. However, Mr. Flobberdosh, you also took a little bit of time away, didn't you?
I did. Now I can't say I've had any mental health problems or anything like that. So essentially, for everyone on Twitch, everyone on YouTube, people who follow the MFG channel, I didn't let my channel die on purpose. Technically, kind of did, but I had to choose between my channel and my health. I chose my health, so fuck all of you. No, I've had
It was neither.
yeah. So I thought, you know what? I need to focus on my health. I need to get healthier, and I wanted to kickstart before I leave work for the summer holidays. I wanted to kickstart a journey of weight loss. So for those who don't know, I started this year January at 420 pounds, the heaviest I've ever been in my life. Full stop, without a shadow of a doubt. I was just telling Twisty before we started up, I've actually lost a total of I'm 1 pound. I'm 3 pounds off 3 stone lost. So I've lost 42 pound in a year in since January, and nearly 2 stone of that have been in the last 3 weeks. I have been doing 20k steps every single day for at least the last 12 days. I've done 20k steps. I've done over 15k for the last 22 days. So every single day I'm hitting 20,000 steps. Right now, if I get my watch, I'll show you, gang. I've actually not got 20k steps. I'm actually a fraud. I'm actually at 19,000. It's hard to show. It's not focusing, but 19,000 right there. It's pretty hard to see, but
I think I saw 646. So
so I'm like 400 steps off 20k, but so I've lost quite a bit of weight, but the journey don't stop. My next step is I finish up work in a week, and then we go to the gym. I'm going to cut down. I'm going to get 20k every day in July. Once that's done, I'm going to be stepping back. Stepping back. We're going back to about 15k steps. I'm going to be going to the gym every day. So I've told my workplace and my work colleagues I plan to go back in September a brand new person, literally and figuratively. But other than that, mental health is really well. My health's getting better, so only good news really from my end. But I've missed the fuck out of this, and I've missed YouTube. I just haven't had the time to do anything, man. Honestly, I finish work at 5. Then me and Sophie go for a 3-hour walk. I'm literally back at 9 o'clock. We have an hour chill, and then I'm in bed. That's literally been my life for 3 weeks. So apologies for being gone for so long. I'm sorry. But I'm back to talk some Pokemon. But before we do start up with the Pokemon, first of all, I just want to give my condolences to... I just want to make sure I get the dude's name correct, if someone does have the name. Let me just double check it right here. Yeah, so I just want to give just a condolences to the family of James Carter Cathcart, who passed away, I believe, this week. He died at 71 years old. Legendary voice actor for phenomenal characters such as Meowth, James after Season 8, Professor Oak, Bill. Loads of characters very important to the Pokemon anime he voiced. And just, yeah, man, just pretty sad time. That's, I think, 2 of the Pokemon voice actors that have passed away now. One being Misty and Jessie, and now this voice actor for Meowth, James, Professor, so many important characters. But unfortunately, rest in peace. But in the news, Pokemon has been a bit wild. Has anyone seen any news this week regarding Pokemon before we go on?
No, I
No?
haven't.
Wandy, what
As
about
per
you?
usual.
Been fucking barren, bro. Been absolutely barren.
So,
Sorry,
you go on.
as you said that, a ladybird literally just flew right across my fucking screen, like right across my face. So I was just like, what the fuck?
Rapper just said in the chat, Mrs. MFG is here, bye. Sophie just went, excuse me? Rapper was banned from the channel. Soph, I think they was having banter with you. I think I know Rapper. I think he was just having banter with you. If you unban him and give him a chance to apologise, otherwise, I don't know. I didn't ban. Oh, did someone else ban? Oh, you timed out. Oh, fair enough. He deserved it. It's okay. Hello, Rapper, by the way. Thank you for coming in. Not too sure that's the...
Rapper can wait.
Not too sure that's the hello we needed, but what's going on? So, little bit of news. Rare. So, okay. What do you think happened in the world of Pokemon? What always happens every week in one specific part of the Pokemon franchise? Shit's always going down for one specific part. Any guesses?
Some shit to do with Pokemon Go. What's happened this week?
It's bugs.
It's not Pokemon Go. It's not. It's not the Pokemon Go side of the franchise. What's another side of the franchise? And I'll give you a clue. Here comes the money. Money talks. Here comes the money.
What's going on in the world of the TCG?
Yeah, you got it, Wandy. Fair play. Yo, Street Freakouts, what's going on, man? So, rare Pokemon cards worth more than $100,000 stolen from a shop. Dun, dun, dun! A burglar used a hammer to smash open a door.
Get it in there. Fuck it. Go on.
Thank you. That's what I was waiting for. A burglar used a hammer to smash open the door of a Massachusetts shop and stole rare Pokemon cards and vintage box owners sets. A store owner said, more than 100,000 cards, more than 100,000 worth of rare high-end Pokemon cards and box sets were stolen from a Massachusetts shop that specializes in trading cards and collectibles. An owner of the store has said a burglar used a hammer to smash open a door in the shop, first edition collectibles in New Bedford, Mass, around 3 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday. So, my brand new base set 1 Charizard is not from a thief, I can promise you that, okay? He did not sell me any of those cards. No, I laugh and make jokes about this because how fucking often does this happen? Let's be honest. Like, how often does this happen in this shit? Like,
Daily? I mean, at this point, it has to be daily.
I think
Probably
you're
not to
right.
the extent of breaking into his shop, but there's daily drama regarding TCG.
I remember, like, I think it was just before we took the break, talking about someone stealing a fuckload of Pokemon cards, like literally 1 or 2 episodes before we ended up having the break. So, why does this keep happening? Like,
Yeah.
fucking silly, man.
It gets worse. There's another story.
fact-
There's another story separate from this. Pokemon card sale ends in horror stabbing as line cutting sparks a huge brawl. Now, I'm not laughing at the stabbing. I'm laughing at how ridiculous this is, right? A 49-year-old man is alleged to have attacked a Pokemon fan after allegedly cutting in line in a bid to be with a chance to get his hands on some valuable cards. A highly anticipated Pokemon card sale ended in a horror stabbing which left one man with a life-threatening injury, hope they're okay, after the suspect allegedly cut in line, sparking a massive brawl. It happened in America, of course. Shock horror, right?
Stabbing in America?
Sorry,
What?
Napster.
Normally that's in London.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose stabbings can still happen in America. But yeah, so someone got stabbed up for trying to get Pokemon cards early. That's what you get for cutting in line. No, I'm joking. I hope they're okay. I hope they're genuinely okay.
We make jokes here, but please, like, don't take this as an endorsement for the act of stabbing.
No.
Yeah. Absolutely, but there's more news in the TCG. There are two incredibly famous people in the world who have now gotten involved in the Pokemon TCG craze. Can anyone have a guess at what these two people are? You'll never guess one of them. You'll never guess one of them.
What's a totally random out there guess? Shaquille O'Neal.
It's not Shaquille O'Neal. He's rather a holy man, if you will.
If you're about to tell me that the Pope has got involved in Pokemon cards, I swear to God, are you about to tell me that?
So, let's get the news article up.
Oh no!
I
So-
do not want to hear this. I'm an atheist, and I'm a proud one at that.
The Pope got gifted one Pokemon card, signed another, and thought it was all a great laugh. He began showing it off to the guards, right? So, Pope Leo the 14th is a pontiff of firsts. He's the first American pope. His love for the Wordle makes him the first gamer pope. He's the first pope to declare war on AI. So Twisty is obviously friends with this guy. And now he's the first pope. He's the first pope in human history to both own and sign a Pokemon card. So I wasn't expecting that one either. The wholly surprising news came courtesy of a Reddit post from a user, Reptile Cake, who was one of the group of folk in Denmark attending a Jubilee Year celebration. So, can anyone guess the Pokemon? I'll give you a clue. It's a water starter.
The Poplio, isn't it? Because Pope Leo, that's what it's going to be, isn't it?
That
It's-
makes sense, yeah.
I can
It
confirm.
weirdly makes sense.
I can confirm the Pope signed a Poplio card for someone. So, bit of a flex, really, that Poplio is now being blessed by the Pope. So, yeah, there's going to be some great nicknames.
Arceus.
There's going to be some great nicknames for future playthroughs of Sun and Moon, I'm sure. But there's
That's a
another.
very good point. Like, imagine if it was an Arceus. That would be like blasphemy.
So, there's.
Here, this is my god.
Arceus, that is not my god. There's
Someone
another.
gives him a Giratina.
And because his name is Arceus, get it right.
It's Arceus, god damn it. Another huge famous person. Elias, did you spill the beans? But Simon Cowell is a secret Pokemon fan. It's been a bizarre month
that?
for Simon Cowell, the X Factor judge, the singer. Probably one of the most popular.
Oh, him.
Yeah, Simon Cowell. Looks
okay,
like
yeah.
his face.
The name didn't ring bells because my name memory is dog shit.
He looks like the guy who's now melting due to plastic surgery. But beside the point, so let's have a look. At top of our head, musicians Ed Sheeran and Katy Perry have shown fondness for the franchise. But now we can
Ed Sheeran's
potentially...
in Pokemon.
Yeah, Ed
Like
Sheeran's done a lot of Pokemon,
Yeah.
right? He's done loads. We can potentially add X Factor, Britain's Got Talent judge Simon Cowell to the list. As word has spread, he was spotted in London searching for Pokemon cards. So at one point he was searching for teenagers to exploit for music, and now he's searching for Pokemon cards. So looks like he's going in...
He's still looking for teenagers. Cool.
Well, it looks like he's going in a different direction now. Only certain
Oh
people
my
will
God.
get that pun. Yeah, only certain people. So we've had a stabbing, we've had a burglar steal 1/10 of a million worth of cards. We've had the Pope bless Poplio, and now Simon Cowell is on the search for Pokemon cards. It's a strange. I can't get into the CCG for these reasons. I don't want to die. You know, oh babe, I'm just going to get the brand new Mega set, and then she's arranging a funeral because someone stabbed me and has that. No thanks. I pass. I pass up.
That's mental. Simon fucking Cowell.
Bray came in the chat in capitals. MFG, where have you been? 2K broke us as usual. Ridiculous card requirements for live event. I'm so glad I've not dealt with any of that, Bray. I've got to be honest. Welcome in, bro. Mainly talking about Pokemon today, buddy. Not really touching the WWE. I'll be back on WWE at some point. I promise you. I've just been sorting stuff out. I've been away though. I have been away. Twisted. Plastic does melt because of global warming. Duh.
I thought of the joke a little too late, and I didn't want to interrupt your point,
That's
but I
okay.
had to get the joke out.
That's okay. I appreciate. I appreciate it. So it's been a wild week for Pokemon. Definitely, it's been crazy. Now, for those who don't know, every week I've been getting over 80 kilometers on Pokemon Go. I've been playing the shit out of Pokemon Go. Me and Sophie have been playing every day. all day pretty much. We've had a lot of fun. So without Pokemon Go, I doubt I would have went on this weight loss journey in the first place. So Pokemon Go does do what it says on the tin, get you out catching Pokemon. And I really appreciate it to be that, to be honest. But let's move away from Pokemon for a split second. So me and Twisty, over the course of hundreds of episodes, well, over the course of a good 50 episodes, me and Twisty have argued a lot with each other over a certain monster catching game.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, so I've been quite alone in this camp, folks. I've been quite alone in the camp of Pal World. I've defended it, and I've had my arguments and wars about it. And Wanzi has shared his opinions without actually ever playing the game. Now, I know Twisty was never going to play the game. However, Wanzi might have a shocking revelation for you all. Wanzi, please take the stage.
Yeah, we have to have an emergency meeting. There's someone among us. You got an Among Us joke.
Man said a
That's
snake.
how.
It was him.
That's how far we have fallen as a society.
I saw Wanzi backstab us.
I've
He
vented
vented.
an
He vented.
Yeah, he vented really hard.
So Wanzi, what's happening, man? How the fuck have I gone away for 3 weeks, and what have you done? Please tell everyone. I can't wait to hear it.
So, this past week gone, Steam, as you know, every July, at the start of July, they have a week-long sale where they discount the ever-loving shit out of a bunch of games. So, me and my partner, we're really into survival games at the moment. So we went and bought a bunch of games that we could play together. So if I just load up my Steam quickly, some of the games that we've bought recently: Astroneer, Enshrouded, Terraria, Fantasy Life, which is a fucking banger of a game, Rematch. So many games. We bought loads of crap, and it was dirt cheap. But none of them really scratched the itch. We were looking for something new. So we were having a look, and I saw Pal World being listed for £12. And I just thought to myself, right, I wasn't going to buy it at full price. I wasn't going to buy it at full price. But for £12, I might as well buy it, see if it's actually any good. Maybe I can refund it if I don't enjoy it. Little did I know, this game is fucking brilliant. I wanted to go in with the opinion of it's bollocks, it's just copying Pokemon, but it's really fucking not. It's really fucking not. I remember playing for a good couple of hours with my partner, and I just remember turning to her and going, I'm really into this. This is really fucking good. So I still disagree with a bunch of the business decisions, but from a game standpoint, it's really fucking good.
Wow. Now, that wasn't on my bingo card for 2025.
I'm voting for Wanzi.
that wasn't on my bingo card. I won't lie. I said to Sophie, who was lying in bed, I was like, oh my god, Wanzi has played Power World. And she's like, what does he think? I don't fucking know. I've literally just asked him. I can't wait to see what he says. So what do you like about the game? Right, so from now, I've already shared my opinions and my thoughts of it. I've not played the new update. I need to jump back in it for a while. But what's your thoughts and opinions on the game? What's drew you to it? What's made you want to play it from the standpoint you did have?
Well, me and my partner really like survival games. So it's the whole loop of going out, gathering materials, taking them back to your base so that you can gather and craft more stuff, then expand your base, catch more pals, become stronger, go and fight bosses. There's a really addicting gameplay loop in there. And I know Twisty is sat there, hating life right now.
I can't stay sad with this fuck in the back laughing at me.
But I've been thinking more and more about this recently, right? The game is good. It just is. It's just good. And that's not really a controversial opinion. Even the people that have been criticizing it have been saying the game is really good. I think for me, there has to be a kind of separation between my criticisms of Pocket Pair as a company and the fact that Nintendo do not own the copyright to half of their fucking IP. Like, they do not have the monopoly on. They can be the only people making a creature catching game. The creature catching aspect, honestly, if you took that out, Palworld would still be really fucking fun. The designs, yeah, they're probably a little bit copied. Yeah, they're a bit shit.
The new ones are better.
in
The
some of
new
them.
ones are better since the updates. I will admit, but yeah.
But there's a big majority of them that aren't just like copy pasted from Pokemon, and that was the problem that we had. Like some of them, yeah, they're very, very derivative,
Cremis.
but also
Sorry.
fucking. There's one of them that's literally just a fucking cow. Like it's just a cow.
It copied Cow from Mario Kart, you bastard.
I know, right? Well, technically, Mario Kart copied Palworld.
Take that, Nintendo, you pricks. Okay.
Fuck are you smoking?
What do you mean? What the fuck am I smoking?
Specifically Fizzy Cherry. Sorry. Bad joke. Okay, so now for months, you know, I wouldn't say you've been in the camp of Twisty or the camp of me. You've had your own opinions on it, but most of your standpoints I can say were fairly negative towards the game, and
I tried to be as neutral as I could. I tried to understand both sides.
But now you've played it, and now, like, if you can revisit some of the points I've always said about the game, and I'm like, bro, just play it, then come and talk to me. Just play it. And now that you have, do you think this is as copyright filled as people make it out to be? Like, honestly?
Yes, but for different reasons.
Okay.
It's more of a copy of different games than Pokemon.
It's a blend,
Honestly.
right?
It's a copy of fucking Breath of the Wild, Ark Survival, and Pokemon. It's 3 different games that they've just put in a blender and poured into a mold and stuck in the freezer. You know?
I saw more Ark blended with Pokemon, blended with Fortnite. All things considered.
I can see why you'd think that. It definitely does have like a Fortnite-esque
The
building
only
system.
thing Fortnite-esque is like the whacking the tree to get wood. I feel like that's the only thing really.
Isn't
Maybe
the gunplay very Fortnite-esque?
There's not much you can do with gunplay to differentiate it.
Third
between
person
games, you know?
gunplay is third person gunplay, isn't it? It's like Gears of War and other shooters that are third person. There's not a fat lot you can do. GTA is another example, I suppose. You're going to see over the shoulder and you're going to see a reticle to shoot at. Do you know what I mean? It's going to... but the battling in it, I don't know if you've probably dabbled quite a bit with it. I quite like the freedom of it. It's not like in Pokemon where you choose moves, right? It's more or less you let your pal out and it does its thing.
Yeah.
Right? And I think... I don't know, man. Do you see... Obviously, it's never going to hit the peak that a lot of games never do. Once a game comes out and hits like that viral peak, most games never get that back. Do you think there's a future for Palworld though? Because obviously we've spoken in the past about Nintendo and their aims with this lawsuit, and even Twisty's had the viewpoint that there's a potential chance Palworld could shut down. What's your thoughts and feelings of that now after playing it?
Well, let me put it this way. Palworld is the most played game on Steam Deck ever. It is still currently the most downloaded game on Steam Deck. It has the highest rating of any game specifically for Steam Deck, and Steam Deck has sold a lot of units. So I think the fact that they're also doing collaborations with fucking Terraria, like that's a massive fucking game. Like I don't know if the pair of you have played much Terraria or know anything about it.
I know
That
what
shit-
it is. It's like a 2D sort of exploration dungeon thing, right?
It's 2D Minecraft,
Yeah.
and the two were like neck and neck for a long ass time at the start of their lifespan. But I don't think that Palworld is going anywhere until this lawsuit gets like properly resolved. I think there are enough people that like the game of its own accord without even taking into account all of the people who are just buying it and playing it because fuck Nintendo, you know? Like, I think this game unfortunately has a future for a while. And while I disagree with some of the designs. I think a lot of them are quite derivative. There's enough that aren't for me. I think this game has a future. I do think it has a future. Like, I can criticize parts of it while also recognizing that the whole product that's come out is a very fun game, and I'm enjoying myself a lot with it. And I loathe to say it, but I've enjoyed myself a lot more with it than I have with a lot of Pokemon titles. And that's kind of scary to me.
It's Elias just said a very great point. It's what's fun is all the mobile game Power World ripoffs popping up now, and
Yeah.
you're seeing a lot more of them than you are Pokemon ripoffs, because a lot more people enjoy the gameplay loop of Power World than they do Pokemon. Pokemon is the same gameplay loop it's been. Bear with me, it's the same loop it's been for years, right? Everyone pretty much knows the type matchups at this point. Catch Pokemon, you beat trainers, difficulty's trash. Whereas with Power World, there's a lot more freedom to do what you want. There's no narrative, there's no corridor you follow to the end of the game. It's a game you can sink thousands of hours into, exploring, catching everything, trying to do things. Whereas with Pokemon also has that ability as well if you're a battler or a shiny hunter. But I don't know about you once. Do you think Power World's more of an addicting game? Obviously, you're very talented in Draft League battles in Pokemon. That's your niche, whereas my niche is shiny hunting. But with this, there's not really a niche. It's more of just a gameplay loop that's enjoyable and addicting, right? Like, do you think that's fair?
Can I
Yeah,
get
of course,
one
bro.
point in really quickly before? Uh, fuck. You know what? Go on. I forgot
I was
what I
saying
wanted
about
to say.
I was saying about it having a better gameplay loop than Pokemon.
No, I remember it now. I wanted to say that I don't think that people are copying Power World because it's a more enjoyable gameplay loop. I think it's more so to do with the fact that Nintendo ninjas will literally rip your head off and shit in your throat, then put the head back on, while the guys from Pocket Pair, what are they gonna do? Like, they don't have that reputation right now, and I think that's also at least a big reason why Power World rip-offs appear more frequently than Pokemon rip-offs, because the reputation of Nintendo ninjas.
I think that's
At
a fair
least
point.
that's the position that I see right now.
Yeah.
I think that's a good point. Yeah, I think that's
That's a
fair
very
point.
good point, yeah. I think it's interesting, because the last creature catching franchise that came out and got any kind of steam behind it was Temtem, right? And that game, it's very interesting to compare the differences between Power World and Temtem. Temtem started its lifespan as an MMO, and then the devs just fucking forgot what to do with it. They completely ran out of ideas. They realized they didn't want to carry on making Temtem forever, and so they just gradually let the game die. Pocket Pair seem to be willing to fight tooth and nail for Power World. It's picked up a little bit of steam, and I know, Twisty, I know you don't like hearing this. I do really think Power World's got a bit of a future. We might have that non-Nintendo Pokemon rival back again.
I just, for the people who don't know, the older season where we actually talked about Power World initially, I never argued from a position of gameplay.
Yeah.
I was always just on the position of
Efficacy.
the game is the whole process behind the game is lazy because the CEO of Pocket Pair has absolutely just ripped off Breath of the Wild with this weird amalgamation of textures and models. I don't even Craftopia was the name.
Craftopia. Yes, Craftopia.
Yeah, and we have Power World now, which is an amalgamation of multiple different games. There's a Hollow Knight clone coming out, I think sometime soon, or is it even
Yes.
out? I don't know. That's
I'll
how
have to
little I
check that.
really care about the whole situation. I never came from the position of it's not well designed in a gameplay sense. I never came from that position.
Yeah.
It's just the CEO is proven lazy because he admitted to just taking all the popular concepts and just blending them together. He said that openly.
It was
He's-
part of their. Sorry to slightly cut off. I just want to expand
Yeah.
on that. It was actually part of their design philosophy because they did like a talk, and I believe that they said it was like their design philosophy was taking popular games, taking the best parts of them, and then replicating them, but trying to expand upon them. So, like, yeah, they've gone out and said they're willing to rip shit off essentially.
Yeah. And that's basically the entire thing as to why I'm against Pocket Pair and why I've said my things, my piece about Palworld, like in the first place. And again, the gameplay might be good. I mean, we have two people here that will vouch for it in the talk right now. I'm not saying anything about the gameplay.
More the
I
ethical,
said that
right?
maybe like some animations look like they're from other games, but that has no real impact on the gameplay itself.
Yeah.
So just wanted to make that clear.
And I think it's a very good point to make because everything that Twisty's just said, I 100% agree with. Like, I really 100% agree. I think Pocket Pair are shady in terms of some of their design philosophy. I believe that some of the games they've made in the past have been a bit problematic, specifically AI Art Thief, I think it was called.
Yeah, like the title is what you get.
Yeah. I think for me, I wasn't willing to try Palworld before based on principle. Now that the dust has settled a little bit and it's started to go on sale, I was more willing to give it a try. And yeah, I think you can kind of separate the two. You can kind of enjoy the game for what it is while also criticizing the company behind it. And that's kind of where I'm at. So we disagree. Well, actually, we don't actually disagree on anything. Like, I think the only place where we disagree is you're probably never going to play the game, which is very fair and valid.
Yeah, the thing that we disagree on is that I am not going to actually like use any of their products. That's like
That's
the
fair.
point where we will probably disagree on forever.
And I can understand why you have that standpoint, but I think just from like objective speaking, I genuinely believe that the game does have value, and it's shown that creature catching games can work outside of the standard Nintendo formula.
So I want to say a few things, like regarding. Okay, let's look at Breath of the Wild and what Breath of the Wild is. Okay, in my opinion, people might disagree with this, but Breath of the Wild is essentially if you add Zelda in a Assassin's Creed universe. Now, bear in mind, let me expand on that. Right, they've grabbed
Never played an Assassin's Creed game, so
Twisty, I assume you've played Assassin's Creed, right? I'm sure you have, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll expand. I'm not saying Breath of the Wild's much more quality than okay, the Breath of the Wild universe, Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild, whatever universe you want to call them. Those games are much more high quality. But take the premise of Assassin's Creed. You start out with nothing, no abilities, no upgrades, no anything. You find towers around the world. You go to the towers. That opens up the map. You find points of interest. You go to these points of interest. You collect things to get upgrades. It's essentially the same gameplay loop as Assassin's Creed in terms of, again, story's better, graphics is better. There's a lot more physics and stuff they've done with fire and wind and so many cool stuff in Assassin's Creed. Like, Zelda. Like cooking food, all that sort of stuff's amazing. But they've grabbed a very popular concept of gameplay, which is an open world game where you open up the area by scanning the map by going to towers. Assassin's Creed does the exact same thing with the Eagle Towers. You jump off into the hay after you scan the map. It's the exact same premise, right? Look at Sonic, the Sonic kart games, right? Now, they're their own game, but what are they heavily influenced by? Mario Kart. Right, most kart racers right now, some people would say are rip-offs of Mario Kart. Mario Kart influences all of those games in some way or another. It has to. It's the daddy of the fucking genre, right? Look at your sandbox games, your crime games. What games are they influenced by? Grand Theft Auto. So, for me, for a game developer to take loads of popular concepts and try to mesh them together, and by the way, mesh them together successfully. It's not a mess of a game. Everything, once you've played it, everything flows seamlessly, right? Everything flows seamlessly in Power World. It's not just let's throw that in there, throw that there, throw that in there, wrap up the game, it's out. They've worked on grabbing all of these different gameplay mechanics and making them work into their own game. I don't see how that's different from what a lot of games do. Like, for example, for example, Legends Arceus, is that a Monster Hunter ripoff? Because you have one base world and then you go to different areas and beat the bosses and all of that. It's borrowing from Monster Hunter, definitely. It's not a ripoff of the game per se. So, for example, breeding. What games have breeding? Fucking hundreds of games, right? Breeding monsters, level them up. Temtem had it. Pokemon has it. Again, I can't name many, but I wouldn't be surprised to know loads of fucking games do it, right? Breeding's a big thing. Unless ones I didn't know if you wanted to say something.
The real world has it.
I was going to say, I love a bit of breeding.
Love a bit of breeding. It's one of my favourite pastimes. I know, like the whole arc system, right? Taming creatures and building a base. There's loads of games that have a survival-esque style to it. DayZ, all of these games where you build a base, you have to survive. Minecraft is one of the biggest examples. Rust, right? Grabbing materials and then building your base from them materials. Like, I don't know what... It's hard for me to look at Power World and say it's a rip-off of all these games when so many games do that anyway. I don't think any game is unique now. You show me a game that's came out and there's probably 20 reasons to why it's not unique because another game's done it before. That's what some of the best games in the world are, no? Like, am I wrong in saying that?
I'm having the weirdest sense of deja vu right now. Not because I've like experienced this on the podcast before, but because I've had this exact tangent. I've had this when I was 15. Where I felt that every single game just had like this common ancestor. That was the time when I was really into biology. It just so weird that this now comes up again. Like, it's such a weird blast from the past. If you catch my drift.
That is a good point though. Like, every game probably does have like some common ancestor that like they've taken inspiration from. And now that we get further and further along time-wise in the whole history of games, like, at what point do we have to realize that there's just not any original ideas anymore?
It's like, another example. Now, I will admit, that Hollow Knight clone game they're making, the reason why I agree it's a rip-off, in a sense, is because it's the exact same art style, pretty much, you know, one for one. It's the same art style. However, again, without the gameplay... Now, again, they've took the art style because it's a great art style and they want to use it. I'm not going to say it's a full rip-off because I've yet to see the gameplay. But it's like, what are they going to do? Use an art style that's rubbish and that's not going to get them sales? Or they're going to look at a game that's done amazing and go, oh, that's a really cool art style. We want to expand on that. I don't really see a bad way of that personally. Now, one for one is bad. I agree. Again, I've already said there's loads of designs that definitely shouldn't have made it off the cutting board. They should have changed a lot. Cremis, fucking Anubis, you know.
Anubis, yeah.
We can go on.
That's a name that rings any bells.
Yeah. We could go on. I just think
I would argue Chillit, but I fucking love that thing.
No,
Chillit's fucking adorable.
Chillit's better than For It. Fight me. But my point being.
Twist looks like he's fucking having an aneurysm.
Chillit's got more fans than For It. It's the truth. It's got more plushes available. It's one of the most popular.
I don't think it has its own song.
I mean,
is Chillit walking? I don't think so.
I bet there's a video of Chillit walking. Actually, that's someone's homework. Someone in the chat, try and find a video of Chillit walking. See if there's got to be. I refuse to believe there's not. There's fucking got to be. The fan base.
It has to be.
I see. First of all, I need eye bleach. Second of all, it's just wiggling.
He's so cute.
That first comment was a joke. Okay.
He's so cute.
Okay, another mechanic of Power World that people say they could have stole: dungeons. Go through dungeon, beat the final boss, get the loot. But then, what game that has dungeons hasn't got that? So many games do it. Is it a rip-off, or is it just a popular part of a game that they thought, okay, Power World could really benefit from having this game mechanic, right? It's like riding pals. They've done it way... By the way, Wanzi, I don't know about you. Feel free to agree or disagree. riding powers in Power World is 1,000 times better than Pokemon's ever done it. 1,000 times better.
No.
What?
Legends Arceus was fucking perfect. Like, and riding pals is very clunky, disjointed, too slow. I never felt that way with Legends Arceus.
Have you ever rode Jetragon?
Not yet.
Okay, ride Jetragon. We'll have this conversation.
I mean, technically, Onesie, you have. It probably is repressed memory if you played Violet.
To be fair, now that I've played it on the Switch too, it's a lot more interesting.
There's no way. Legends Arceus, I might give you a point. Please do not tell me Miraidon rides better than Power.
No, I'm not saying
right.
that. I'm not.
And
It's the
also,
one Jetragon I was able to think of, okay?
also to throw it in there as well, Power World has a bunch more options to use as rideable powers than Pokemon ever has. In Pokemon,
It has more options, yeah.
in Pokemon, you have like 5. And the cool thing about Power World is, if you use a flying Pokemon, a flying power, whatever you want to call it, right? Different powers will go at different speeds. That's why Jetragon, in my opinion, is the best flying, because it just zooms across the map at velocity speed. Excuse the pun, Twisty. But it goes ridiculously quick, right? It goes...
Wow, that joke was so 2024.
Probably closer to 2023 at this point. But my point is, every single power that's rideable has a different way of riding it than any other power. It doesn't, like, for example, if you use a surfing Pokemon, it's just going to perform the same as any other surfing Pokemon. Even though most of the time, like, for example, you go on Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, if you surf on a Lapras or a Gyarados or whatever other Pokemon there are, they all perform the same at the same speed. There's no difference at all.
Not necessarily true, because there are occasional Pokemon that will have different speeds attached to them. For example, in Alpha
Onyx versus
Sapphire.
Rapidash, for instance.
Yes, and if you surf on a Sharpedo in Alpha Sapphire, it has like double the speed. So they have programmed different speeds for different Pokemon in before. It's not as varied as Power World.
Yeah,
for example, if you're riding a dire wolf as opposed to the deer thing. I can't fucking pronounce its name. Like you can,
Yeah, I know.
like they have different ways of moving them around, but Pokemon has done that before and arguably should do that more. Like they should go further with it, but they're not the first to do it. Power World aren't the first.
No, Power World aren't the first to do it, but again, because me and Sophie have got a safe file where we're like level 50, like close to 50, we've got some of the best powers as rideable. Like, again, if you fly on Jetragon, I promise you it'll change your life. It's unbelievable. Like, it's the fastest power, and on 60 frames, you fucking zoom across the map. It's gone. It's game over. But again, that was a patent that Pokemon had, right? Was riding creatures that they tried to sue Power World for.
Yeah.
That
Was it? No,
confused
it was the Pulse Spheres, I believe.
No, it was rideable Pokemon as well. It was riding on a
There were
mount.
3 things.
There were three.
One was like the sphere thing.
I get them up here
I
for
thought
you.
they'd taken that out the game, by the way, but that's still in there.
No, so the way it works is if you send a pal out, the pal will spawn right next to you and then go out. That type works now.
Did it used to be different?
It used to throw the sphere out and it came out the sphere. That's how they changed it to avoid that patent. But let's have a look. I'm just having a look. Patents. So let me take a look. I've got it up here.
While you just read that, like I gotta say, the more that I've played Power World, the more that I think that the lawsuit that Nintendo have brought to them is fucking petty. Like it's really petty. It's almost like they're suing them just because like everyone has been saying they should, and it's like how how they got Al Capone on tax fraud. That's what it feels like. They know Power World have done all these other things. They can't get Power World for all these other things, but they can get Power World for having rideable Pokemon.
So I've got the patents here for you, just to expand on that. Patent number 1 and patent... so one of the patents is the Pokeball, right? It's where you essentially throw a Pokeball into an open field and a Pokemon comes out of it, right? That's the first patent. That's what Power World stopped that and made them spawn next to you. The next patent is... the Flying Star. Large game worlds demand swift traversal options. In Power World, this includes flying powers that players can ride for particularly rapid movements, such as when players are already airborne from jumping. These powers can be summoned at the press of a button. So you know in Pokemon Legends Arceus, if you're falling and you click the start button and Braviary catches you? Well, apparently Nintendo have patented that specific part. So they're trying to say to Power World, if you're falling, you can't press a button and have a pal catch you, because in our game we do that. That's what they're trying to say.
Do you see what I mean when I say it's petty, though?
It's so dumb. Because again, and I'm not talking for Power World. Imagine taking that away from any open world game. Fuck Power World. What if you're a monster catching game and it's just about riding around on loads of cool different creatures, but you can't do that now because Pokemon have patented that? Like that's ridiculous.
Yeah. I don't feel like it's fair to be able to copyright ideas.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Because otherwise, I mean, what would Nintendo be fucked for right now? Forza would be fucking them up the arsehole for their open world Mario Kart if that was the case.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
They'd be fucking destroying them.
But
I've never defended Nintendo. Let's also make that very
yeah. No, that is fair. That is fair.
We get you.
I was one of the first to say if Pokemon burned today, I would be one of the first to dance on the ashes and laugh in their face.
So I think that's a silly part of it, of the whole patent things. I think that's stupid. Like, if you're going to sue them for the real reason, and that's they copied about 50 of your Pokemon. Just sue them for that. Even though Generation 1 did the same thing to Monster Hunter. Oh, no, not Monster Hunter. Was it Dragon Quest? Dragon Quest. There's like 50 Pokemon that are identical to Dragon Quest monsters. Identical. Like Zubat, for example. Fucking same thing. So, again... But they've done it before to a franchise, but now Power World's doing it. It's a problem, but I digress.
Not sure if Lucio has the things on Blue Sky, but I gotta look that up. Because that image has made me pissed, like, for a good while when that came out.
Yeah.
Sorry, Bones. I didn't know if he was expanding, hence the pause. But yeah, so that's the whole thing with the Nintendo patent. And another thing to mention is, I think people forget. I'll wrap it up by just saying this about the whole Power World thing. Is that Pokemon is a Nintendo thing. It's only on Nintendo. However, if they try to get rid of Power World, Sony lose out, Microsoft lose out, Steam lose out, wherever other service you've bought the game on. Power World is a lot more accessible to players than Pokemon is. A lot more accessible. You want to play Scarlet and Violet in a decent way? Go and spend £500 on a Switch 2. You want to play Power World? We've got options for you. The only place you can't play Power World, is the Switch, of course, because that would be fucking. Imagine Nintendo went, "Your Pokemon, we love you, but we kind of want this game on here too." That'd be wild.
Can you imagine how much
That would be such a Nintendo move, though.
Yeah, how much it would sell if it ended up on the Switch too.
I'd be interested actually to see how many sales it would have compared to Pokemon.
I'm reckoning it like Fantasy Life I. Like, by the way, that's another fucking amazing fucking game. If you haven't got it, it's a little bit pricey, so I understand that. But if you do have the money to spend, get that fucking game. It's incredible. But that game,
which one?
Fantasy Life I. It's
okay.
It's a sequel to the 3DS game Fantasy Life, which is one of my favorite games of all
Oh
time.
yeah, the one where you could make the characters say really weird shit.
I don't remember that.
They're like YouTubers who've done that.
You're thinking of Tomodachi Life. I think you're thinking of Tomodachi Life. That's a different thing.
Yeah, now that you say the name, yeah, I definitely got them mixed up. That's my bad.
Yeah, Fantasy Life on Switch 2 has sold 1.2 million units. Like, that's kind of mental considering it's been out for like a month, and the original barely broke that. Like, this game has fucking exploded. If Power World came out on Switch 2, it would top that in a week.
Yeah, it would be insane. We've got,
At this point, I need like a giant fucking banner of sales KW.
Apologies, I did have a little alert there. Well, here's the thing for you. 4 months ago, Power World also broke a new milestone for its amount of players that it's secured since coming out. Does anyone know what that number is? So not at one time.
Don't ask me.
10 million? Ones he said. 32 million players in total have played Power World. Now, that might be through Game Pass. That might be through, whatever service. It doesn't mean 32 million
son,
players.
where'd you find this?
But 32 million people have played the game. Separate on their own system. It's been basically played 32 million times at least. So, and also,
I-
oh, go on, Twisty, go on.
Just, just like with units sold, I have a big problem with like 32 million people played it. What, did they start a game? Did they play for 10 minutes? Did they play for 30 minutes? Did they play for 5 hours, 10 hours, 120,000? It says nothing. It's just
how
a
many of
big number
those-
to throw around for shock value.
How many of those got the game for free through Game Pass, through like other
It's not even
services?
that. I mean, you can't say everyone who started the game counts. Doesn't say anything, really. It says
However,
nothing.
What was the
I'm
most
willing to
recent
bet-
Xenoblade game, by the way?
Oh.
No, I forgot what it was
Sales
called.
kick W.
No, what was it? What was it called? What was it called? Xenoblade X? Wasn't that what it was called?
Xenoblade Chronicles X.
Okay. Sorry, carry
I
on.
think the game on Switch has sold maybe 1.3 million copies.
So like that's had about
Maybe.
1.3 million players.
Yeah. Unlike with Pokemon, how are you gonna double play Xenoblade? Please, someone explain this to me.
Actually, you kind of underselling it. Apparently, it has reached 7.17 million, which is actually quite good. I'll give it that. That's credit.
Yeah,
Fair
that's
play.
not bad at all.
Does that include the Wii U
I
sales?
don't know.
Might do. Might do.
Potentially. I mean,
Because as much as I love the franchise, I don't think that's all the sales from around half a year. I don't think so.
Twisty's like, wait, that did that well, huh?
I know that Xenoblade is a very niche thing. Like, don't
Quietly
get me
holds
wrong. I
sales
understand the
kick W.
limitations.
and
Yeah, and part of the reasons why I say sales CAC W is because every single Xenoblade game on the Switch has been 100 ultra septillion times better than all Pokemon games combined. Yeah, I'm making that statement. Go fuck yourself.
Fucking facts. Well, maybe not
fair.
as good as like Heart Gold, Soul Silver, but it's up there. It's
No,
like,
still better.
there is a
Platinum.
conversation to be had.
Platinum
like,
want to word.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
We can have that convo. Sure.
Not now. Not now.
it's. I'm not. Obviously, sales KW is a thing. Sales does not equals quality. Of course, I agree with that completely. But when you've reached 32 million players, you're not a small game.
Yeah, it's a big number,
You're
definitely.
a big game, like, and if they are indie developers technically, but with the money they have now, bro, like I don't. And one's it. I want to bring this point up before we close the whole Power World conversation. But you spent how much for Power World?
About 12. I can find out for you right now. Power World, if it's still on sale, it will be how much I got it through Steam. It was 30% off of 20. So it's about 15 quid.
Okay, £15, right? And how many hours would you say you've sunk into the game? Bear in
At the
mind, you're a
moment, find out the
working
exact
adult.
number.
You're a working adult who's got responsibilities. You can't just sink all your time into it. But from what you have played, how long have you? How many hours would you say you've put into it?
Since I've got Power World, which was about is it about a week and a half ago, Abby? Yeah, about a week and a half ago. I've put 10.3 hours into it.
Okay. Now the game you've played, right? Currently, has had about 3 big updates, but the game's not finished. The game came out The game came out, I think, January 2024, something like that. I think it was January. Anyway, it came out last year. It's not a game that's going to get a sequel anytime soon. It's a game they're going to keep expanding upon, right? And again, I paid £20 for my copy, and it's a game I've put over probably 300 hours into, probably more, to be fair, over the 3 copies I've bought. But it's only going to expand. It's going to get more islands, more updates, more pals. And you haven't got to spend a penny on any of these updates, by the way. These updates are free. Every single brand new update that comes to the game. For now. But we can concretely say 100% all the updates are free, because they haven't changed that. If they do, fair enough, but we don't know if they do. We don't know if they will. So far, they haven't, And we can say the same for No Man's Sky. People have said for now, but that's had over 20 updates since its launch, and it's still never charged a penny.
No Man's Sky is a totally different experience, and I would love to get into the discussion of why, because I have fucking researched the shit out of why that game made a comeback and is as loved as it is now. But just wanted to throw that out
watch
there.
on YouTube the end goodening of No Man's Sky. That is a pretty good summary.
Oh, yeah, I know why.
Sky. Yeah, we did literally yesterday.
Oh, yeah, I know why No Man's Sky is such a it's like the darling of the game industry because of what it's done. But my point is, since launch, right now we can say Palworld might charge one day, but the question is, have they? They haven't, right? Yeah. 3 times they've had the opportunity. Now they're on PlayStation, Xbox, Steam. They could have. They still haven't. They still haven't charged. So for the moment being, everything's free. And even if they charge after this, which I don't think they will, you've still got 3 huge updates for free on the game. And we've only had to pay like $20. Now, when do you get that level of quality with Pokemon? Oh, you don't. You have to pay £90 fucking pound to play the entire game. Guess how much you have to pay for Palworld? Literally 1/5 of that, pretty much.
To be fair, Pokemon has always been really bad about having to buy multiple copies of the game, and ever since they moved on to the Switch, having to buy the DLC. It's actually cheaper now than it was back when they were fucking on the Game Boy. That's kind of insane to me, because if you wanted to complete your Pokedex on the Game Boy, you needed a copy of Fire Red, Leaf Green, Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. And even if they were all 30 quid each, you're looking at 150 quid plus a games console. Nowadays, it's actually cheaper than it used to be, because all you really need is Sword and Shield and the DLC.
Okay, well, if you want Sword and Shield and the if for one of the games, yes, £90. But if you want both the games, like you would in the previous generations, you're looking at, again, as you're including sister games, which makes sense, of course. Again, this is why we've had the argument. I think DLC is better than sister games.
I agree.
You know, it's a much better investment for price.
Yeah.
But my point being is, the price that you pay for Palworld and the content you get out of it is unbelievable. Genuinely unbelievable.
I like to have the metric, and I don't know if you, Twisty, or you, Flob, do this as well. I like to look at, if I get £1 or €1 for each hour of gameplay I have, if I can have, for example, if a game's like 40 quid, £40, if I get 40 hours out of it, that is exceptional value for me. Like, that is like top tier.
I have to disagree.
How well they pay.
I have to disagree.
Ooh, you don't do that.
No, I'm very similar to you. But for an hour of my time, is not worth £1. Like, for me, so for example, right, I look at Pokemon, like £90. I mean, fucking BDSP. Let me just cut myself in the throat. That shit cost me like nearly £60, right? And I've only got 300 hours out of it. Now, for some people, that'd be like, oh my god. But for the enjoyment I've had, it's not great. Now, compare that to other Pokemon games. Legends Arceus, 1,000 hours. Sword, 1,000 hours. Scarlet and Violet, probably close to 600, right? But with me, if I buy a game, the more hours I have compared to the price, for me, is better value. So, for example, Palworld is only worth it's £20 that I had to spend, but I've got like nearly 400 hours on. What does that equate to a price? What would that be for value? I can't equate that. What is that, like 400 divided by 20? I suppose. I think, is that how that equation would work? But it would be like, I don't know, like
20 pence an hour of
20 pence an hour. Yeah, because with me, games are expensive, bro. Especially AAA games now. Like, for example, Spider-Man 2, great game. Loved that game. Fantastic game. But it was like nearly £80, bro. And I'm like, I'm only going to get 30 hours out of this, really. Unless I want to play through it again. But I'm like, is that worth it? Maybe it is. Because, you know, it's not like...
Or 100% it? I'm genuinely not sure how long it would take to 100% everything on Spider-Man 2.
The average on Spider-Man is like probably about 60, 70 hours to 100% it. But for me, that's not enough for the money spent. Because even then, you're still spending more than what's worth the hour. But for me, I prefer... It's like Minecraft. I think that's the best example in value for money. Best example.
I've probably put about probably about 10, 15,000 hours into Minecraft since it came out. But that's just because of longevity. But yeah, that's absolutely insane value.
Yeah. I think there's not a game out there that beats Minecraft in terms of value. As a Pokemon player, I've definitely had my worth of time from all the Pokemon games, apart from BDSP. But essentially, I've got one last question. Sorry, I'm going to wrap this up, but I've one last question. Now, take the fact that I am a Pokemon fan. I'm also a Power World fan. Take that out of the equation, and Twisty, I'm going to ask you this question because I think this is an important question. To be fair, I've got to ask you. I'm going to ask Onesie first. Onesie, you've said it's petty, this lawsuit. Now, as a gamer, regardless of your ethics or power, who do you want to win this lawsuit?
Oh, Power World.
Why do you want Power World to win it, though?
Because of the precedent that it would set if Nintendo did win this lawsuit. I do not, right, and I want to make this very clear. I am a Nintendo fan. I have played Nintendo consoles basically exclusively ever since I was about 6 or 7 years old. Probably younger. My first ever video game was Pokemon Ruby. I was one of the very few people that had a Wii U and played the ever-loving shit out of it. I love Nintendo with every inch of my being. I do not trust them. At all. At all. I think that they are one of the scummiest companies out there because of some of their business practices and especially some of their legal practices. If Nintendo wins this lawsuit, just think of what they will try to do to other companies who try to use similar mechanics. It would be the complete death of innovation in the creature-catching genre. It would mean that Nintendo would go after other adventure games that are even slightly similar to Breath of the Wild. It would be fucked. There was a very similar case that happened recently, not in the gaming industry, but in the music industry, where Ed Sheeran was sued for stealing a riff to a Marvin Gaye song by Marvin Gaye's estate. I'm not really a massive fan of Ed Sheeran. I think a lot of his newer music is complete cack. I was backing him absolutely 100% because if fucking Marvin Gaye won that lawsuit, it would basically have been the end of new music as we knew it. We cannot copyright ideas. We cannot stop people from trying new ideas. If someone infringes on a copyright, that is a totally different thing. However, you cannot stop someone for coming up with a new game in a genre that's already been treaded. Because the fucking precedent that sets would be catastrophic to the game industry. So yeah, Power World need to win this fucking lawsuit.
Okay, and Twisty, I'm not going to ask you, because I know you despise Pocket Pair, you despise Power World, but like I said, I'm not looking at this from a Power World fan, because I think with what Onesie's saying, if Nintendo win this, fuck if you're a Power World fan. If you're a gaming fan, this is bad for you. This is so bad for you if Nintendo win this. It means any genre that Nintendo's in, you cannot advance in. Now, some games, Power World's not original. Let's face facts, it's not original. As you said, it's a blend of popular mechanics, and they've just threw them together, and they've happened to make it work very well, but they've not really took it and made it their own as much as other games have, like Breath of the Wild, right? But with that being said, do you still want not that you've ever said you do, but do you want Pocket Pair to lose this still, or does the gamer in you think it's too dangerous if Nintendo win? What's your opinion?
In a perfect world, I would want this whole suit to get thrown out. Not because I want Pocket Pair to win, but because I want all of them to shut the fuck up.
That's fair.
There is a thing with patents that I think is sometimes, and I'm not blaming any of you for doing it, I'm not doing it. There is, I think, a misrepresentation of and a misuse of what patents actually are supposed to be. They're supposed to secure certain concepts, certain structures of how things are built. And by the way, every single person in the world can apply for a patent. Whether or not it's accepted is up to a committee, depending on the country. I think there's even a worldwide patent committee at some point. I'm not as knowledgeable about this as I should be. However, it's just, I think that you guys are 100% right in the fact that having patents on ideas is fucking garbage. it's just how do we distinguish between something being an idea and something being an actual like work of systems that is very intricate and therefore it deserves a patent to protect it from, I don't know, misuse, or you are just really protective of it. Whether or not that's a good thing or not is not really a point of this discussion right now, because patents, they don't care whether or not it's good for the greater society or not.
I think sorry to, I'm just going to expand.
No, it's good. I'm thinking anyway.
Yeah. So I get what you're trying to say. It does offer protection to inventions so that someone can't just come along, steal your idea and sell it. There is, at least in the UK, you cannot like steal an idea and then go out into market with the same thing made by someone who has cheaper means of production and completely undersell their market. My issue with this whole specific lawsuit is that Palworld is not the first company to make a Pokemon a creature catching game that uses creature catching balls in order to catch the creatures. Nexomon did the exact same thing like 3 years prior, was actually on the Switch, and they're called Nexo Balls, and they act the exact same way as a Pokeball. There is no lawsuit going on there. That's why I'm saying that this is petty, because they're only doing it because Palworld got very popular. That's the only reason.
Bro, Temtem
Yeah,
is a bigger
I
rip-off than Pokemon. Than Palworld. Tell me I'm wrong. Temtem's a bigger rip-off. Sorry, go on.
Nah. Nexomon is. At least Temtem tried to be an MMO.
No,
just what
I'm
Twisty
comparing Temtem and Palworld to Pokemon. What's a bigger rip-off?
Oh, yeah. Temtem's probably more of a
Like,
rip-off.
you get your starter-free Pokemon from starter-free monsters from a professor. All of your Temtems have 4 moves. They all have a type chart, like nearly as much as Pokemon. You run into the wild grass and have a wild encounter. The only difference is it's all just double battles. You battle trainers en route. It's identical to Pokemon in nearly every way. Palworld, the only thing similar is that you catch monsters in a sphere. There's nothing similar. There's like 7 types that you have, or 8 types in the element chart, but the battles aren't the same. There's nothing. There's not like gyms or anything, or a league or trainers you battle. It's completely different style of game. I don't feel like I'm wrong in saying that. I think Temtem's a much bigger ripoff, but that fucking thing launched on the Switch. And that's Pokemon. That's basically Pokemon, bro. But I digress. I think, again,
I'm gonna withhold any form of like a commentary on that, because I have not looked at Temtem since it's released, essentially. I've seen a friend stream it 2 times, and then he stopped. That was like a month after release, and I don't even remember what year it was. Was it 2021, 2022?
I'm pretty sure I know who that
I
friend
also
was.
don't care.
That was Mac, right?
I don't care.
Mac
That's
streamed
valid
it.
as fuck.
I think Mac did stream it, because I think that's what got me to buy it, was when Mac was streaming it, I think.
It played like ass on the Switch, by the way. Temtem did. Like, it was.
I mean,
lagging.
there's so many games that play like ass on a Switch. It's not really
Yeah,
surprising.
no, I know.
Oh,
Just-
Pokemon
Um,
games did as well.
you know. Well, hey.
To finish my point, I think that, and I'm probably going to be like really out there with this idea, but I don't think that gaming systems should be eligible for a patent anyway. I really think that having a patent on like some form of gaming concept, I think that's going too far. Like, generally, I would love it if legislators across the world would just say, you know what, we have so many useless patents. I mean, useless can be like subjective. Let's not get this mixed up. But I think that patents really should stick to machines, technology, like actual society advancing technology. Don't tell me that a fucking game like Pokemon advances society. It regresses society.
It advances our depression, Twisty, when the game gets worse every generation. Sorry, carry on. I had to
I'm
throw
the
that
living
joke in.
example for that. So I do think that we need to have like a stop of patents for games, and we just need to get rid of patents for games just in general, because there's gonna be so much. We already have this. We have so much blending. We have so much mixing of different concepts that if you really wanna be cynical and look into like we've had this point just like a half an hour ago or something, where you just go, oh, this game kind of feels like this, or was the originator of this game, and then like 10 years later you could say that is also what sparked it. Like, I think that patents for games should be like forbidden, just straight up. I think they're useless. I think they're just leading to so many idiotic, like, time wasting, money wasting, nerve wasting situations like the current lawsuit. And if in a perfect world, I would want both to lose. Simply because I hate Pocket Pair and I hate Nintendo. I hate both of them. I want both to lose, but that's not a world we live in, sadly. And yeah, abolish gaming patents, abolish the idea of having like a protection of a sphere and you throw it and there's a thing. Fuck all of that. Just get rid of everything that in that sense.
Just abolish
Just-
games. Just
I mean-
abolish
No,
games.
no, no, no.
I've-
Stop killing games.
I've not
Hey.
played a game in a month, to be honest, other than Pokemon Go, so it don't bother me at this point. But to wrap this up, I'm going to make a statement that all three of us would agree on. Definitely. I think if this lawsuit was about the designs rather than the patents, I think that we would all be on Nintendo's side. I think if it was about the designs of the pals, not many of us are going to argue that fact, right? Anubis, how you've dodged a lawsuit, I'll never know. But beside the point, are you boys okay for time for like another half an hour before we wrap up? You boys?
Oh yeah,
Carry
sure.
on for a little
Okay,
bit, yeah.
so I wanted to just go into a different topic. Shout out to everyone listening for the Power World. Thank you to Twisty as well. Hearing that you're now two co-hosts, I've now played it like Power World. It's got to be a rough one, man, but you stood strong.
I have long since accepted that I'm the only sane co-host here, so go fuck yourselves.
Shut the fuck up.
What a world we live in, where the two British people are the crazy ones and the German is the sane one. What a time loop
What the
we
fuck
live
is
in.
that supposed to mean?
I'm just saying, man, y'all have come a long way. We haven't. We've regressed. Germany's progressed. We've regressed. But no. Jokes aside, I wanted to talk about two topics now, essentially two little mini topics. Number one, Joe Merrick's been arguing with people on Twitter again. I think
Again.
it's his favourite pastime just to argue with people. But I always enjoy
I
the
can
people.
attest to that.
Like, there's that. The fuck? There's a lot of people who actually argue with Joe Merrick, and I didn't realise the amount of people that disagree with a lot of his takes, and a lot of it I want to talk about. So, we know Pokemon Legends ZA is a main series game. Okay, we know the definition is a main series game. But is it a main series game? That's my question to you two. Is Pokemon ZA a main series game? Bear with me before you talk. I have a fucking alert going on. Thank you for the follow, but now's not the time. Right, carry on. So, is Pokemon Legends ZA... First of all, I'm going to let Twisty shoot on this one first. I know me and Onesie have covered a lot of... So, Twisty, I want your response. Joe Merrick, and it is a main series game by definition of Pokemon. Do you think it is, though? Like, you know, it's like sales KW doesn't equals quality, right? We know that's a fact, even though people say, oh, yeah, but it sold a lot. Do you think ZA is a main series game?
Hold on, I'm gonna make this special.
Oh,
Ooh.
oh. Oh, hello.
I forgot the cable. Hey Joe, we haven't talked in a while, and I wanted to make this special for you. Go fuck yourself, first of all. Second of all, get a hobby that isn't Pokemon. It's healthier for you. Third of all, I don't care what you say.
Even Spyro's
I just
here.
wanted to make that.
Even Spyro's here to listen to Twister.
Aw, hi, Spyro.
Hey, my boy. So, Spyro, what's your opinion on Joe Merrick? You don't care. You just want food, don't you? That's all you care about. You
Yeah,
just-
by the way, how dare you deny us so much Spyro time? Like, damn.
Right.
And
It's
Kirby
funny.
time? Where's Kirby time?
Kirby, he's antisocial. He still loves me, I think.
Aw.
Cookie's still on the cat tree. Cookie's just sleeping there. I don't know. There's no one else on the cat tree. I think they're all with Sophie. They love mum more than dad. So there's that. Okay, so there's.
By the way, if any of you want to send us to Joe Merrick as a club, feel free. You have my permission.
Just to say, Twisty's.
I don't think he
thoughts-
will recognize me.
Twisty's.
Twisty, do me a
thoughts-
favour.
Oh, you go.
Sorry, just do us a favour. Do what you did before and just like bring the camera like close to your face again in that style,
Okay.
and just say,
I
"Hey,
don't know
dear,
why. This is
dear
gonna
Joe
be
Merrick."
weird.
Say, "Dear Joe Merrick."
Hey, Joe. What are you gonna do? You fucking.
Okay,
I should have seen this coming a mile away.
but you didn't answer the question. Maybe you did, unless Spyro was covering my ears and I couldn't hear it. Is ZA a main series game?
Sorry. There, it's in focus again. So, as it comes to like the main seriousness of games, I think it all comes down to whether it's a continuation of like the games they originate from. Legends Arceus is a main series game because it is in direct connection to Generation 4. To Diamond, Pearl, Platinum. It's not really 100% clear, but oh well. It also really doesn't matter because it is connected to Sinnoh. Pokemon Legends CA is a main series game because it is a kind of direct sequel to the Kalos games X and Y.
Okay.
End of story.
That's fair. Okay, Wanzu, you.
I'm going to say the same thing that I say to everyone else who tries to drag me into discussions on what
Sorry.
Pokemon game is main series, what Pokemon is classified as what.
Me dragging Wanzu.
The same thing I say to everyone else who spends their time arguing about all of this shit, right? And this is not specifically to you. This is a PSA, okay?
Okay.
Nobody cares.
That's rough.
Fair.
I'm just gonna pull up the. Just let me know, boys, if yeah, I should still be able to see. Okay, I think I still am. I'm just gonna get up some of the arguments right now. But Wanzu, as no one cares, is it still a main series game?
Right. I say that. Honestly, I really don't know because what constitutes a main series game for different people is going to mean different things. It's not a traditional classic Pokemon title, which is what a lot of people would class as main series, like your Ruby Sapphires, your Fire Red Leaf Greens, your X and Ys. It follows a specific formula. It doesn't follow that, so for some people, it's going to be classed as not main series. However, Legends Arceus is classed as main series, isn't it? Which is a very different type of game. So, who the fuck even cares? Like, Game Freak don't even care anymore. They like, who gives a shit whether it's main series or not? If the game's fun, I ain't gonna spend my time arguing with people on the internet. You know, the term shiny wasn't even the official term for what shiny Pokemon were. It's the community that decided that we want to call these shiny, and then Game Freak made the term official. So why do we have
By the
to
way-
listen to what they say?
Really quickly, fuck the term Powerhouse Pokemon. It's a pseudo-legendary. Fuck you.
Well, I like to think that Joe Merrick called shiny Pokemon sparkly Pokemon until Pokemon made the term official, because he only goes by what's official, right? Now, I'm not joking. I'm not trying to come at Joe, but he's the type of
probably
guy
did.
to not, you know, someone goes, oh, have you got shiny this? And he'll probably just be like, I don't call them that because Pokemon doesn't call them that, right? But like, just to read out some of the arguments to this main series, because it's funny. I'm quite cynical. I find these arguments quite hilarious. So I'm going to read out some of them. Someone said, oh yes, I remember that time when VGC World Championship was played on Legends Arceus.
The official VGC.
I'm so glad that main seriousness is not decided by VGC, because holy shit, we would have regressed in the franchise even further than we have already.
So Joe Merrick responded was, that is in no way a qualifier of what is and isn't main. Now Game Freak and TPC literally saying it is main, that's a qualifier of it being main series. I mean, Joe, just to respond, Game Freak also said they cut the decks because of to improve the quality of Sword and Shield. Does that make it a fact? No. Anyway, moving forward. So just taking a look, like for example, okay. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. This is an interesting one. Some same people who claim Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee are spin-offs because they don't like the games. Unfortunately, to their dismay, they are main series. Some of my favourites as well. Listen, say what you will. Let's Go is a spin-off. Fight me. It's a fucking spin-off. Love the game. It's a spin-off. It is in no way, shape or form a Pokemon traditional style game. So many things are different. So the only things that are the same is you have 6 Pokemon, there's gyms, a league, and you level up and evolve. That's the only things that's the same. Most of the intricate things about Pokemon that make Pokemon do not exist in the fucking game. But again, I think I'll say this.
Twisty.
Okay, go on, Twist.
I cannot believe that. I don't want to use that term, believe. Wow, the timeline that we're in, where I'm actually sticking up for Let's Go, it's insane to me. It is in some way, shape, or form still connected to like some variation of Kanto. So for me, it still counts as main series.
No,
for me,
that's
it's
fair.
all about continuity.
By the way, I just want to say I don't think spin-off is an insult, considering the fact that Mystery Dungeon exists.
Oh, no,
and
definitely
that's
not.
better than some of the actual main Pokemon games.
Most of, if not all of them.
Yeah.
Some people use indie as an insult. What the fuck?
No, indie's just.
right.
I like to compare indie to original. But besides, unless you're Power World, of course. So let's take a look. Someone put they are spin-offs. They will already be spin-offs, right? Joe put they're officially not, right? Then someone said TPCI doesn't control the English language. Joe said, okay, that's irrelevant. How? Right. Someone said they are a branch. Oh, this is my favourite comment. They are a branch off from the main series games. So being called spin-offs isn't crazy. Joe said, but they're still main games. Now, this person nearly ratioed Joe, not quite nearly, but I think that's a fair point. Legends games aren't traditional Pokemon games, right? If you want to play traditional Pokemon, you'll play Sword and the only traditional Pokemon games on the Switch are Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet.
Even Scarlet and Violet is like,
I
there's
mean-
an asterisk next to it.
Yeah, but I mean, in the terms of like battling, abilities, held
Yeah,
items, everything that makes Pokemon, that game has it, right? So
Yeah.
Legends got rid of a lot of stuff. Held items, it got rid of abilities. The whole IV thing completely got changed. Again, there's no VGC, there's no battles, no draft league. Take a sweet, right? But I don't think calling Legends. I'm not saying they are spin-offs because technically they're not. They are called main series games, but they're not traditional Pokemon games. Like, if you play Legends Arceus and expect that kind of game from every other main series Pokemon game, you're going to be severely disappointed, are you not? Because no other Pokemon game is anything like it. So I don't think that's that bad saying, to be honest, that it's a spin-off.
Right. I think, right, and I think I've made this point before in previous episodes because I think it's relevant here. But I think as a news source, Joe Merrick has arguably the best platform and is one of the most reliable sources for actual official updates.
Other than Trainer Lounge.
Official news outside of the trainer lounge, but like official things that are coming out of Nintendo that are like, he will be one of the first to have it, right? And most of the time the information given is accurate and he will redact himself if it's not. However, his opinions, you should not be going to Joe Merrick for an opinion on whether Pokemon is good or trying to convince him of a specific argument. He has to do exactly what Game Freak want him to. If he doesn't, his livelihood is in danger. Like, why would he turn around and say, yeah, I think Game Freak calling Legends Arceus a main series game is a really bad idea, and I think it's a really stupid thing to do? Why? What does he get out of that? All he does is he pisses off his contact at Nintendo, and they stop feeding him from. Like, why would he do that? He's never gonna do that. So, the people who are going to him, trying to argue with him and change his mind and convince him, you're never gonna win. It's like shouting into the wind.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. Just a few more replies people have said. Someone said, words are always subjective. Regardless to what company set, words belong to us. I think that's a fair point. Someone else basically said what Onesie said. Does it really matter? Joe's response was, yes. Someone said...
What the... Why?
I didn't... This is not my comment, so please, again, I need to be careful here. TPC and especially Game Freak are RETARDED, though. Just because they say so doesn't make it true. Let's have a look. I'm just checking out. But again, this is one of those things. Joe argues a lot. I think that's probably the best takeaway. Who gives a shit what they call it? If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. Me personally, I don't class Legends as a main series game. Generation 10 is main series because the chances are it's going to be traditional Pokemon. You know, if for whatever reason now traditional Pokemon is Pokemon Champions, and you know every single Pokemon game now is more of a adventure and exploring what they could do with the franchise, we'll see. But I don't know. I just thought that would be an interesting debate, really. And the last thing I want to talk about before we close up is Pokemon Presents. There's tons of clickbait titles on YouTube. What to expect? As per usual. What to expect on Pokemon Presents, and it's a picture of fucking Ho-Oh and Lugia with Let's Go Johto and fucking bullshit. I'm going to ask right now. Twisty's already got his hands in his head because that's my reaction. I'm like, come on, bro. Like, for fuck's sake. They're not going to announce...
Crowd that has not shut up about Let's Go Johto is now about as old as I don't know, the food that I've seen in the fridge of the last Gordon Ramsay Kitchen Nightmares video I watched. Around 6 years.
Do you know what? I'm going to go first on this topic before either of you two say it, but I'm just going to say this. Number one, I feel like a lot of things I've said about Pokemon and my predictions on Pokemon and the games have been pretty much spot on. Again, I said Legends EA would be cross generation. It would not be exclusive. Hit the fucking nail on the head with that. I said Generation 10 would be Switch 2 only. Again, that's not confirmed, but it's fucking going to be... They're not going to put it on the Switch 1, okay? If you think that, I don't know what to say to you. But I want to say this. Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee was 2018, I want to say. 2018 that game came out, right? It's now... basically 2026 next year because there's no other Pokemon game coming out this year otherwise, right? There is no way... Hopefully. Let's Go's dead, bro. Let's Go's dead. The whole Let's Go genre is fucking dead. And I say that because if they wanted to carry it on, they would have. Legends Arceus came out 2022 and Legends EA is coming out 2025. Only 3 years after the previous Legends entry, right? If they really want to carry on Let's Go, we would have seen a different Let's Go by now. It's been 7 years. Let's Go is not carrying on. It's done. It was a crossover. It was to promote Pokemon Go. That shit is done. See you later. Bye-bye. Does that mean Johto isn't coming in the future? Of course it will. Of course it will, because Heart Gold, Soul Silver done phenomenally well. It's classified as one of the best Pokemon games. They will do Johto again. They'll do Unova again. It's no fucking shock. But these are my predictions for Pokemon Presents, and then I'll get your guys' predictions. We'll get an update on Masters. We'll get an update on Remix, on Pokemon Sleep, Pokemon Go, and Pokemon Smile, and whatever fucking else they've got. And we'll get probably a 5-minute presentation on Legends ZA, and we will get no other news. The reason why we're not going to get any other news... 2 reasons. Number one, is because why would you then kill the hype of your upcoming game by announcing an even better game coming next year? Why would you do that? You're not going to do that. It's pointless. It's ridiculous. It's like Grand Theft Auto now releasing a trailer for GTA 7. It ain't going to happen, man. It ain't going to happen, all right? That's number
They did the
one.
exact same thing for Legends Arceus. They announced Generation 9 very much directly after.
I mean, after
It's
the game...
not beyond them. They are dumb fucks.
I get no, but that came after Legends. I mean, but that happened after
Sorry,
the release of Legends, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
a
Yeah.
month.
Right. The new game was basically announced when the game was like, I don't know, was it like
A month.
10 days old or something like that?
No, so the game released the 28th of January, and then the presents was the 27th of February. So it was a month later. In that present, they announced the mass outbreaks for Legends Arceus. Then they gave a little teaser for the Gen 9 starters.
That's the thing that
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
thinking.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
Sorry.
that was after the game release, so then they can build up hype, because at that point most people are going to get Legends Arceus. If not, it's already been a month. So, but with this, the game's not even out yet. It comes out in what, August, September, so 3 months. They're not going to announce a brand new game and burn the fire of Legends EA. They're not going to do that. They already had a ghost of a year with no information. They're not about to destroy the hype for the game by doing that. Number 2, next year is the 30th anniversary of Pokemon. Do you think they're going to have their big announcement in a random fucking July in 2025, or do you think they're going to do it on their 30th anniversary? So that's what my predictions are. Onesie, what's your predictions for this present? Sorry if I've said
To be
it.
honest, no, that you've kind of said a lot of what I thought was going to happen. We're going to get the exact same usual suspects we get. Go, Smile, Cafe Remix, all the other mobile shit that's going on. Sleep. We'll get some update for Pokemon Unite. We'll have all of that. Cool. They'll announce a new Pokemon for Pokemon Unite. They'll announce a new collaboration with some fucking Cafe Remix thing. And that'll be like half of the presents. They'll also potentially give us something new on the Netflix series they've been working on. They might release some information about some film they're working on, some collaboration they're doing with VGC. We might get some information on Champions. But I'm not expecting anything super crazy here. I think, if anything, most of it is going to be information on games they've already released. I don't think we're getting anything new. I think we're just getting updates to upcoming projects, if anything. We're not getting any new games, because what would be the point of doing that now? As Flob says, from a business standpoint, it makes not little sense, but it's not the best move to try and take hype away from, you know, your big upcoming title that you've been promoting and hyping up since like 2023. You know, it'd be a bit silly. We're going to get something on the Pokemon Aardman thing that's coming up. We're going to get the usual suspects. We'll get maybe a new Mega that's coming out in
That's a show.
ZA.
That's a show. Starters,
You know,
probably. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, something like that. That's all we're going to get. Like, nothing new, nothing crazy, just external projects and slight drips of information and footage of the new games. That's it.
Okay. And Twist, what about you again? I'm sorry. I know when you go last in these topics, it's fucking hard because a lot of people said most of the stuff, but I have faith. I have faith in your ability to spin a new one for us.
He has faith in my Japanese. That's great.
My guy. My fucking guy.
So yeah, you covered a lot. I think that maybe they usually do drop like something about the anime. I think we haven't talked about the anime yet. We have mentioned a movie that might be in the making, and I do think that we might get like a second retelling of Ash or first journey or something like that ties in like the whole universe. Like it's like
That'd be cool. I'd like that.
like a fusion. I don't know. Yeah, aside from that, we're gonna get maybe we're gonna get some reveal. No, we're not gonna get a reveal, I think, but maybe we'll get some more information about what that weird swirly thing was that the trainer looked at the end of the last ZA trailer. Maybe some more information on like official megas being revealed. Again, I'm so sick of the leaks. I want to know a few things, but I want to hear it officially. Um. Yeah. Aside from that, movie. Oh, a new TCG set. We can't go without a new TCG set. Money.
Yeah, yeah, something like that.
Sprinkle.
Maybe there's maybe the creepy Pikachu will come back. I don't know.
Hell yeah, bring back my guy Creepy Pikachu.
Okay. I like the predictions. So we're not finished quite on the predictions yet. First of all, when is the date of the stream for Presents? I don't know. Is it 25th or something? I can't remember the date.
That's a question. I'll look it up now.
If you can, while you do that,
I feel like it was 22nd.
could be. I have no clue.
Might
That's
be.
just a guesstimate. I have no fucking clue. Could be the 22nd. I know it's the 20 something. I genuinely don't
July
know.
22nd.
July 22nd.
6 a.m. PDT.
And what day is that?
That's
a Tuesday.
Tuesday. So not next Tuesday.
Hey, innit?
Not next Tuesday. The Tuesday. Would it be next? No, it'd be the. No, that would be next Tuesday, wouldn't it? Yeah.
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 Yeah,
Okay.
next Tuesday.
Okay. So before we carry on this little topic, before we wrap up, because there's a few more things I just want to throw in there. I will be streaming that again. Oh great! I finish work the 21st. So I finish up work.
Oh.
That's Monday, right? The 21st.
Yeah.
That's my last day at work, and then I'm fucking free, brother. So I'll be streaming that again.
Script is any better.
I don't know if Onesie is available. I know Twisty's,
yet.
Twisty's joined me for most of them, so hopefully Twisty's available. I'm hoping.
If I'm available, I'll be here. I'll say that.
I'm hoping Napster is, but we're going to do a stream for it regardless. So don't worry. If you're watching right now, I'm 100% doing a stream for the presenter. I can promise you that. Okay, I'm off work. Double it, wagwan. Right, but now the fun thing with predictions, we're going to go backwards in order. So now, I want to sprinkle. I want to say like 4 factual predictions that you know are going to happen. Call this your little mini bingo card. We will make our own official bingo card for the Trainer Lounge. We'll make a channel and people can put them in and we'll compare before the show.
Right.
But I want 4 factual ones where you can guarantee it's going to happen, right? And then I want a spicy pick that you don't think would happen, but if it happened, you'd be like, oh my fucking god, that's crazy. And Twisty, it'll go Twisted on Onesie than me. We'll go reverse order. So Twisty, 4 factual things you think will guarantee to happen that you can bet money on, and then a 5th spicy pick.
Yeah, like 3 of them are like the side games,
Yeah.
like Cafe Remix, Pokemon Masters. Just pick any random 3. It really doesn't matter. What I'm more concerned about is like the one big thing. We're gonna get some new reveal trailer, gameplay trailer, either gameplay or story regarding ZA. So those are like basically. One is ZA, and the other is 3 random side schmuck things no one cares about. And for the spicy thing, you know what? I've said this, I think the last 3 times you asked me for predictions. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon 2 DX. A new Mystery Dungeon. That's my spicy pick.
That's a good one. That's a very good one. Ooh, I like it.
Okay. I didn't even think of Mystery Dungeon. That's a good pick. Okay.
Excellent pick.
All right, Onesie, what you got for us, man? 4 factuals, 1 spicy.
New character for Pokemon Unite. Easy enough. Little bit of information about the Pokemon Arden project. That's my 2. I don't want to go too baseline with this, because if I was being like super easy, but like, we're gonna get Cafe Remix. Yeah. So I think so. We got those 2. I think we'll get some information on Pokemon Champions. Maybe a release date for Champions. I think then we'll also get a trailer for ZA where they reveal a new Mega.
Probably the
So we'll
safest
go new
pick,
Mega
yeah.
for ZA. So safest, but a little bit specific, you know. So
Yeah.
not quite, you know. And then my wild spicy one is only really spicy for me. I want there to be a new Project Voltage collaboration announced. I want there to be an entire new project, including a bunch of new artists, so that I can get more Vocaloid Pokemon. The last entry we had in Project Voltage was Facade Question back on April Fool's Day. That is the last entry, and I fucking miss it. Because we finally got to see Kasane Teto in an official Pokemon collaboration, which made me very happy.
Okay, that's an interesting spicy pick. So, my factual four are again, it's part spicy. I'm not going to lie to you. I think this is probably the most unsafest factual one of all of us. I think we're going to get a ZA trailer with Megas, but I think they're going to reveal, or they're going to tease all of the starter Megas. That's what I think they're going to do. I think you're going to see the Meganium, the Feraligatr, and the Emboar Mega. I think they're going to tease it at least, or maybe a silhouette will pop up on screen, and to see it play the actual game. Another safe bet will be a pre-order bonus for Legends ZA, where you get so many Pokeballs like you always do. That's my second factual little bingo. Again, it's a bit spicy. Third is, yes, new Unite characters. Okay, new Unite characters. Number 4 will be again Pokemon Go updates. There's always Pokemon Go, so that's probably my safest. But my spiciest pick, no one's mentioned yet, but with the Switch 2 being out, there's a fantastic opportunity to bring Pokemon Unite 60 frames to the Switch 2, which could really spice up that game again. It needs it, in my opinion. It runs not great on the Switch 1. It's okay. It runs decent, but 60 frames Pokemon Unite would be fucking wild. So that's my spicy pick. Don't think it'll happen, but yo.
I switched to mobile because it played that awfully on Switch. And my god, way better.
Imagine the capabilities of 60 frames. It'd be...
I love the Switch 2, but it's got no fucking games. If they added Pokemon Unite, I'm getting Abby on, and we're duoing.
But I'll have to jump on. I mean, once you carried me before, you can do it again, I'm sure. Now...
But you do this every day.
We do this shit all the time, man. So, the gameplay, which we're probably going to get about 5 minutes, I predict the presents to be about 20 minutes long, and it's going to probably be 15 minutes of filler, and then 5 minutes of the actual game being shown. I think we're going to get new mechanics and new things, more shown, more things to hype up the fans. But my question is, are they going to record the gameplay on the Switch 1? Are they going to record it on the Switch 2? I think it's Switch 2.
They're gonna gaslight us and do it on a Switch 2.
They're not showing that game on Switch 1, baby. They're not going to show your Switch flying out off the fucking dock with how much the performance on that game's going to tank. They're not. They're not. Please, I know it's an expensive console. If you can play this game on a Switch 2, do not play it on the Switch 1. Because don't ruin Legends like Scarlet and Violet. Don't do it. On the Switch 1...
to the point, if you don't have a Switch 2, skip this game. You will not enjoy yourself. I can't recommend new games for the Switch anymore because I just know they're going to have bollocks performance. Fantasy Life I is incredible on the Switch 2. Like, it is one of the games of all time for that console already, and I don't think it will ever be passed as, like, in that discussion. It runs like fucking arse on the Switch. Don't bother.
Do you know what? And I'm going to wrap it up by saying this. If there's one game I want in the Switch 2 life cycle, and I'll ask you two as this, for a little bonus question before we do finish up the podcast. I would like a Nintendo sports game, but have it Pokemon themed.
Oh.
So imagine a football game like Wii Sports, where you have football, but instead of that, it's Pokemon. Now, they could do a lot more than what they can with Switch Sports. They can extend it a lot further. They can add more Pokemon over time. In my opinion, I think, like, imagine like a tennis in Pokemon, like, and it's got all of these little mini games, and you can. I think that'd be sick. I think that if that's a game again, because I'm being active and everything, I do want to play Switch Sports. Actually, I've been meaning to download it again and play it on the Switch too. Try it out. But I'd like a Switch Sports with Pokemon themed. I think that would be cool, and I think it could sell pretty well. I mean, they're very involved in the whole active lifestyle for fans, right? Sleep,
Pokemon Go.
Pokemon Go. I think, mate, I'm not gonna say it's gonna happen. I can't really see it, but it'd be fucking dope if it did. What about you two? Like, if there's a Pokemon themed game, what you could have, Twisty, what would you have?
I'm not sure if they're really invested in us having an active lifestyle and more so of getting active user data.
Scan that Pokestop, baby. Scan that Pokestop.
Yeah, and have your fucking adventure stick on at all times so that they can track your movement. Anyway, with that question really caught me red-handed. I have no idea where to be going with this.
Pokepark 3. Nice.
No, we're not playing Who's That Pokemon, and you're not giving me Magikarp. Fuck you.
God damn it.
Hey,
I don't
Twist.
know, mate.
Who's this Pokemon?
That's Electabuzz.
And who's this Pokemon?
Isn't that Gosmo?
Is that Ash dying? Is that what that was? Wow. What the fuck?
That was good.
No, Onesie, you've mentioned Rematch, and that's a game that I've been like meaning to get for.
Get
the
it.
longest
We'll
time.
squad up. We'll fucking play if you get it.
All right, I have seen so much gameplay. The game looks hype as fuck.
What game
Flop,
is this?
Get it
Wait,
too.
What game
It's
is
called
this?
Rematch. It's Rocket League, but just football. Like it's
Yeah.
so fucking
Wait,
good.
is it on the Switch?
Get it? Is it on the Switch? I think it might be on. If not, it's on PC. It's on Steam.
Fuck. No, I can't run anything on my
Rematch.
PC. So.
Switch 2.
That's Goku.
No, it's
so
not on there yet. No.
So I've been like also like inspired a little bit by Flop saying Switch Sports. I kind of want like a dedicated Pokemon football game because I've also been like really into football lately again.
would go hard,
thanks
bro.
to like Champions League.
I see you on the MFG Discord, bro, chatting about football. I see you. I see you there.
Group stage of Club World Cup. The rest was garbage. Maybe that. I mean, maybe. Nah.
Bro, no. FIFA meets Pokemon. You have to open packs to get different Pokemon. Could you imagine? That is a fucking monetization project if there ever was one.
I think that has been on the desk of Game Freak for a while. The only reason they're not doing it is because EA is even worse than
I don't even think that.
you
I think
would
it's,
lose even.
I
You
think
would
it's,
lose even more respect with the fan base if you do that with EA.
it's not even that, bro. It's Japanese don't know how to play football. That's why.
Ooh, that's a hot take.
That is a take that will get you beaten the fuck up.
That's in Mario Soccer Strikers. Hey, that's
Hey!
they do know how to play
Oh,
football.
what a
No,
say!
do you know what? There's actually some great manga. There's great anime. Japanese know a lot about football, man. They know how to bring hype to football. Listen, you can watch Match of the Day, or you can watch some fucking anime on Crunchyroll about football. So, our joke aside, Japan know what they're doing.
Captain Tsubasa is honestly fire.
Okay, so
Blue Lock.
Twisty's got a football themed Pokemon game. I like that, by the way. But again, I want it to be one where I can be active, like with Switch Sports. I can jog on like a twat and kick a ball. That's how I actually nearly broke my toe last year doing that. But Onesie, if you could make a Pokemon game, and have it come out this generation on the Switch 2, what would it be?
Pokemon Academy Live.
Pokemon Olympics, Elias said, by the way. That's a shout.
How did I not see it coming that we were gonna mention
like
Pokemon Academy
An
Live?
actual Academy Life style game.
Honestly, you give me an official Pokemon visual novel that's not Detective fucking Pikachu, and I will snap your hand off. And Detective Pikachu's not a visual novel.
Detective
it's not.
Pikachu 2 was the best Switch game ever made.
I will actually smack you in the bollocks.
It was better than Fire Emblem.
He's out here trying to start fires.
The dream, everybody.
There's
Hey!
more quality in Detective Pikachu 2 than Xenoblade's entire franchise.
Mate, we were quieter then than Jeffrey Epstein's
I'll
couch.
buy a ticket. I will fly out.
Such a...
I will figure out where you live, and I will fly out.
So, okay,
I
if
just
anyone...
snuck one of my typical jokes completely under the fucking radar there.
Wait,
I don't
what?
think anyone heard it, but I just said probably the worst thing I've ever said on the podcast, and neither of you clocked it.
Did I not hear it? Oh dear.
Considering the things that you said already, that's at the bar quite low.
So, ladies and
High,
gentlemen in the
low,
chat, if you were there and heard what I just said, if you clip that, I will probably get cancelled.
Well,
I
didn't
need
hear
to see it in
But if
Discord chat
anyone
right now.
does want to know my address, you can head to... Okay. There's going to be some lip readers that will be knocking on the door probably within tomorrow. But yeah, okay, so Twisty's gone with probably the best pick, to be fair, with like a football Pokemon game. Onesie's gone out there with a fucking novel game, which is
Yeah.
Yeah,
And what?
yeah, and what blood? just stick your chest out. I said it.
Yeah.
I'll do it again.
Your mum.
I'll fucking do it again.
I'll do it again.
But folks, I don't know if there will be another trainer lounge before the present. I mean, there's always next weekend, so we can always make it happen. Again, 20,000 steps gets in the way of a lot of fucking life. So I will see what I can do. In terms of all of my WWE people, I've not forgotten you existed. I just don't care enough about the game right now. I'm sorry, I don't. I'll be back. I'll be back to make some WWE content, but right now I more care about Pokemon, as it's out in 3 months. But yeah. With that being said, is there anything you two would like to add before we wrap up here?
No,
Man said no
I
and
wanted to
dipped.
do that for a while, actually.
Man dipped.
I was thinking of like, what's the worst thing I can say in this specific moment that would just destroy everything?
Just be yourself. It will come naturally to you.
Okay. We will play. We're not going to play a game of trivia, but I think for a little fun thing for the folks watching who've not been here for about a month, who've not heard the podcast for a month. Last time I streamed was the podcast, actually. I thought we'd have one fun game of the worst opinion possible, and we'll have a vote to see who can win the worst opinion. We'll have 3 rounds. We'll have 2 rounds, and we'll have a knockout. Okay. So who can come up with the worst gaming opinion? And we'll vote on who we think had the worst one, and then that person, the person with probably the shittest, the best opinion gets knocked out, because that's not what we're going for, and it will be a 1v1. But who would like to go first? Who has their belief that they can have the worst opinion in gaming?
Dexit was necessary and was actually a very good thing for the franchise, and Game Freak were very transparent about the whole process.
Okay. I'll go next. Power World's designs are far better and superior than Pokemon's ever have been.
I've heard it all so much that I'm just numb to it. The random duck just coming in. For fuck's sake.
I know how to catch Christy. I know how to twist the knife.
You know how to twist my buttons.
I'll
That's
twist
something
something
bad
else.
out
for
of
you,
context
baby.
on Clubhouse.
Oh.
So what opinion have you got for us, Twist? Let's hear your one.
I think that the people that have worked on Scarlet and Violet are definitely not just underpaid, but also underappreciated and we should all be thankful that they exist.
All right, so Twisty's one is actually unironically a decent take. It's not the devs' fault. It's the deadline's fault.
Yeah. Yeah, and then they've shown on better hardware it can run better as well, so it's not really the devs' fault.
Nope. It's the
Oh.
limitations they've been given by the higher-ups. I don't blame the devs.
I think
It's a good effort.
I think Twisty might have to be knocked out of that one, you know. I think Onesie's probably
Think
the
so.
best one. Okay. I'm gonna have to step it up then to beat Onesie
You
here.
know that annoying, like, ear-destroying version of the notification? Do-do-do-do-do. Like the really ear-destroying version?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think about that when I'm doing my next bit.
Fuck's sake.
Jesus fucking
Bruh.
Christ. Bruh. Okay. Right,
Get me
Twisty.
the clip of that, I'm gonna edit that.
So Twisty, you may have got knocked out, but you get the privilege of picking the winner. Okay, you have the privilege of picking the winner. So, Onesie,
I knew I should have went with the second thing that I had in my head.
we go again, Onesie. We go again. And you can go first.
Okay. You know, I don't think we see enough of Charizard in this franchise. I really wish that they would do more with it. We definitely need, like, new forms for it.
Okay.
I'm losing brain cells. Good job.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was a good one. Hypno did nothing wrong.
Before the Terror leak, I'd have just said, yeah, it's just alluded to, you know,
But I think
Nah!
not anymore.
No, Typhlosion's the worst of the Terror League, bro. Come on.
Oh, bruv.
Hypno was always sketchy. Don't.
No, you
don't
know what?
lie.
Slaking, fucking slacking, that shit. That's the one that came off worse that not enough people are talking about. That motherfucker did some disgusting things to a child.
So did Hypno in like every generation.
Someone clipped that. Elias is begging for clips.
Again, these are takes that we don't agree with. We're just trying to get the worst take. Twisty, who won?
I have to give this one to Flop.
I'm sorry. I've just seen a fucking comment in chat.
Oh my shit!
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
No,
Yep, you know what?
No!
Yep, alright.
I'm an atheist, and I'm gonna say this. Go to church.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching the Trainer Launch podcast. Just to let you know, I do think Hypno did wrong, okay? I don't like that Pokemon. It should have got cancelled way more than Porygon ever did, okay? Hypno, we fucking hate you. You're also an awful Pokemon. Fuck Gen 1. With that being said, we'll see you on the next one. Thank you for watching.